My dear Shivananda, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated July 17, 1969. And I have noted the contents carefully. The first thing I must mention is that I have still not received the ticket to Germany, which Krishna Das informed me in a previous letter was already sent to me. So I am anxious to know what is the position with this ticket. Also, I have written that I am prepared to go to Germany by the beginning of August if you will make arrangements in this way. But I have as yet to hear any further word on this letter. I would like to know that. I like to know what you and Krishnadas are planning in this connection so I can make my schedule accordingly. Jai Govinda was correct in his observation that Radha Krishna's pastimes should not be discussed at the present time. Unless one is highly elevated in spiritual understanding, it is risky to discuss these pastimes. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never discussed Radha Krishna Lila with ordinary persons. We have so many other things to discuss. What is the soul? What is bhakti? To understand Radha and Krishna's pastimes, that is our aim, but we should not indulge in this at present. Then there is sure to be misunderstanding. Regarding Copenhagen, if there is possibility, we wish to open many such branches, but your main business at present is Sankirtan and selling literature. And this is similar, very important one. You write that you are interested in learning how to print, and if you have time for this, then Jai Govinda can instruct you. I wish that all of our Krishna consciousness literatures may be available to men of all languages throughout the world. So whatever assistance you can give in this connection is always appreciated. But your main business at the present moment is to propagate Sankirtan to all the people of Germany. Here, it means when people are reading Sankirtan, you should understand mainly book distribution. This is also very great service. So please inform Krishnadas to tell me immediately what is the position of my going to Germany in the month of August. I hope this will meet you all in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhakti Yoga. Vamshidharipu.
Letter to Subala, Los Angeles, 31st July 1969. My dear Subala, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter dated July 26, 1969, and I have noted the contents with pleasure. I am glad to learn that the Philadelphians are quickly taking some interest in our Krishna consciousness movement, and you are simply standing on the corner wearing ropes, and the people come to purchase copies of Back to Godhead. So if you can continue in this way, letting them hear your chanting and selling Back to Godheads, then all success is automatically there. I remember that my Guru Maharaj would often send young boys out to sell literature of Krishna consciousness. And if they would come back having sold only a few issues, Guru Maharaj was very, very pleased. Now you report that you have sold 300 issues of Back to Godhead in just a few days. So I know that Guru Maharaj is very, very pleased with your work. Actually, in all of our centers, our Sankirtan party and Krishna consciousness literature is becoming more and more popular. Perhaps you have heard that Brahmananda has already made arrangements to increase the number of copies printed from 20,000 to 25,000. This is all very encouraging. So continue to increase your sales of Back to Godhead as far as possible. You are a serious worker, and Krishna will reward your efforts with success. This Monday, I returned from San Francisco, where they performed the Rath Yatra ceremony, and it was tremendously successful. There were about 10,000 people who joined us for the day, beginning from 12 in the afternoon and lasting till around 10 at night. All through the day, these people were feeling the bliss of Krishna consciousness through chanting, dancing, taking prasadam, watching puppet stories about Krishna, and hearing us speak on Bhagavad Gita. The local papers printed nice pictures and stories about our festival. And when we have them reprinted, I will send a copy to you. Please offer my blessings to the others and continue in the nice way you are doing now. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami.
Ram Leela Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mantam Maharaj. Much, we have already read these letters. These are all book distributor letters. Should I continue?
We read all these things?
Yes, Maharaj. This is book distributor letters folder, which we are again rereading it. Otherwise, we were reading practicing Krishna consciousness at home from page number 27.
Okay, then you should share.
I'm sure. I'm sharing, Maharaj.
Because this is sent by Consider that was I'm sharing. Yesterday was reading this one.
No, yesterday I shared the screen that in the file which I sent you, that screen I shared yesterday, practicing Krishna consciousness at home.
I have shared yesterday.
Yeah, so Tamal Krishna Maharaj's letter was finished and Brahmananda Prabhu's letter was supposed to start yesterday. We completed Tamal Krishna Maharaj's letter.
Okay.
So, should I continue from this letter, Maharaj?
Yeah. Whatever. This one you can read.
Yes, Maharaj. Letter to Brahmananda, Hamburg, 9 September 1969. My dear Brahmanand, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated September 6, 1969, and the new issue of BTG. I am pleased to learn that the house transaction is finished, and I shall be glad if you send a copy of the conveyance deed to the London address where I am going the day after tomorrow. The purchasing transaction has been done on Janmashtami day, and this is also a great occasion. Regarding your anxieties, how to pay the rent, etc., in the winter season, I think Krishna will provide with sufficient press work, and some of the boys may work also. In this way, we have to manage. Your remark that Advait may have to do a lot of commercial work to help the temple during the winter is right. Whenever there is a spare time, we can earn money by outside work. We shall fully utilize the press facilities in various ways. My suggestion to meet the businessmen is to convince responsible men of your country to understand the importance of this Krishna consciousness movement and how we are molding the character of younger generation by giving them peaceful home, philosophy of life, artistic sense, musical entertainment, nutritious foods, and above all this, we are giving them spiritual enlightenment, which is never to be found elsewhere throughout the whole world. Every gentleman in your country is anxious about their children, and gradually, if the richer section of the people or the government cooperates with us, we can expand this movement for total welfare of the younger generation. This calculation is only one side of the picture. The other side of the picture means the solution of the eternal problem. Even though people in general may not be able to understand it, the fact is there. So, in winter season, this propaganda may be done. Some very responsible men may be selected to preside over a meeting either in the temple or in some rented private hall. If the meeting is to be very big, in this way, we can try to invite the so called important people of the society and try to convince them about the importance of this movement. Regarding the outlaws, why police protection is not there? Does it mean that in the United States, if somebody is threatened, he will have no state protection and must submit to the atrocities of the outlaws? Our point should be that we shall take all necessary steps for self protection, depending the result on Krishna. We should not idly sit down simply depending on Krishna. Arjuna had to fight in the battlefield, but at the same time, he heard Bhagavad Gita. Our motto shall be like that. Neither we shall fight alone without Krishna consciousness, nor we shall give up all possible facilities in Krishna consciousness. Regarding BTG number 27, it is nicely done, but there is no mention of the words back to Godhead on each page. Why this mistake has been done? Besides that, some of the headings like parts and parcels are not very prominent, while at the same time there are many places where empty space is found. If some space is available, the heading should be broader. Henceforward, we shall try to avoid the Beatles or hippies articles because they have no spiritual importance. Yes, I have received the Vyas Puja book in due time and it is very nicely set up. Yes, the date was wrong, but it doesn't matter. It has come out timely. That is excellent. Regarding introduction to Ishopanishad, please let me know the deadline for me to send it. Don't bother about the items I have asked you to send with Hayagreef. I have instructed Hayagreef to work as co-editor with Satswarup and he is now completely a surrendered soul. So conjointly make the appearance of BTG very nicely. The front cover page should be a nicely painted picture. You write that Jadurani is now painting wonderful pictures. So pictures by either Jadurani, Murlidhar or Devhuti should be given on the front page. The present front page picture is not very attractive as they were in last issues. A first class picture should always be given on the front page. I thank you very much for your appreciation of my book, Krishna, and you all enjoyed it on Janmashtami Day. You write to say that each book I write is greater than anything written previously. But I must also inform you that each book you print is nicer than the previous printing. Two books, Bhagavad Gita as it is and TLC, both are practically done by you, and the TLC has come out in printing art better than Bhagavad Gita as it is. Similarly, I hope when you will print Nectar of Devotion and Krishna in our own press, it will come out better than TLC. So I will give you better writing and you will produce better books. In this way, there will be competition in the service of Krishna. That is very nice. On the whole, I am very much pleased with the get-up of TLC and I hope in the future all our books may be printed at least to that standard. I am very much encouraged to learn that Jadurani is painting very nice pictures and all of them can be utilized one after another to come out on the front page of BTG. Later on, when we print Krishna, they will come together. In issue number 27, the marriage pictures have come out super excellent. They will give nice teachings to the people of your country how we are harnessing the confused younger generation under the protection of Lord Vishnu. Uddhav has also written a very good article and I appreciate this very much. Please offer my blessings to the others and I hope this will meet you in good health. Your well-wisher, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami.
Amritaji Guru.
Letter to Srimati, London, 11 November 1969. My dear Srimati, please accept my blessings. I beg to thank you very much for your letter dated October 28, 1969, and I have noted the contents with pleasure. I am so glad to learn that with the help of Dullav and the others, you are making progress in our Laguna Beach Center. Any new brahmacharis who come with good faith should be helped. We are living in the kingdom of Maya. So Maya's influence is very great in the material world. It is just like an epidemic. So one has to become immune very carefully by Krishna consciousness. So you are experienced now in association with devotees and you are very sincere also. Try to help any newcomers as far as possible. Regarding worshipping uninstalled deities, generally this is not done. But you can aratis with Lord Jagannath. He is very kind. I hope you are all chanting regularly and keeping in good spirits. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
Letter to Ekayani, Los Angeles, 15th March 1970. My dear Ekayani, please accept my blessings. I beg to thank you very much also for your nice letter dated 24 February 1970. And thank you very much for your kind appreciation of Guru. That is very nice. I am very much pleased to know that you are chanting at least the prescribed numbers of rounds daily and studying our literatures so carefully. especially for girls, that is absolutely necessary. And that will uplift your position in Krishna consciousness. So, stick to rigidly following the regulative principles, and Krishna will keep you more and more engaged in his service. Then your life will be always happy. All this is good news that you are very studious and always busy. I am so much encouraged to hear how you are preaching in the school. That is very nice. And that is our first class engagement. Prahlad Maharaj in his childhood was doing this. As soon as he got some opportunity, he would preach among his class fellows. His class fellows would be astonished to hear him. And they would ask Prahlad, "My dear Prahlad, why do you learn these things? We have got the same teachers. So why you have been taught this?" They were inquisitive. So Prahlad informed them that his spiritual master was Narad Muni, and he was taught while he was in the womb of his mother. So just imagine how much powerful is spiritual instruction that it was effective even while the child was in the womb. Similarly, if you chant and read, you will also be powerful to preach, and whoever will hear will be converted. That is the way of spiritual life. You are not poor. Of course, one should be humble, but a devotee is not poor. Your attitude, however, is that you are poor and humble is nice. But one who is in Krishna consciousness is the richest person. What value have this material riches got? But when it is engaged in Krishna service, it is spiritualized. Regarding your question, why is the Gayatri Mantra in the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam? I have explained in my purport to the first verse that the Gayatri Mantra Dhimahi is purposely invoked by Srila Vyasdeva. This explanation is given on page 53, and in the verse, the mantra concludes the shlok, Param Satyam Dhimahi. Regarding the statement of Bhagavad Gita, that those who are demons parse the soul within the body. Krishna cannot be parsed. But one who observes fasting regularly gives unnecessary trouble to the soul. And the soul and the super soul sitting together, or the soul being part and parcel of the super soul, indirectly it is parsing the super soul. The idea is that one should not unnecessarily give trouble to the soul or super soul. That is the business of the demon. Regarding Vallabh Sampradaya, that is a different Vallabh than the younger brother of Srila Rupa Goswami. I am very glad to know that you are so eager to start a center when you get married. That is very nice. We want to open hundreds and thousands of centers in every town, village, neighborhood, and everywhere. And we want to show ideal householder life also. If one pair of nice Krishna conscious householders are there, so many people derive benefit out of their behavior. So when you decide to marry, we shall find out a suitable devotee husband for you. Yes, you can make nice children's books, and in this correction, you can correspond with Satyabhama, who is already working on a condensed version of Krishna book. And you should continue your painting. Then with love and devotion, practice your pictures will become all attractive because of the bona fide transcendental subject matter. However, in the meantime, you write to say that you have painted Mother Jashoda light blue color. Please let me know where you have received this information. Jashoda and Nanda Maharaj should be colored as Indians are generally on a bright brown, light brown, tan like white. So tan like wheat. Regarding Shetodip, the information is given in the Brahma Samhita. Shetodip, the abode of Lord Chaitanya, is a special portion of the same spiritual planet Golok Vrindavan. I am so pleased to know that you are carefully caring of your deities and that you chant before them always when at home. So the Lord is very kind upon his sincere devotees. And he will provide more and more opportunities for such sincere devotees as you to advance in serving and remembering him at all times. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever Holy A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Should I stop here? Okay, you can stop here. Thank you very much. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Gaur Bhakti. Gaur Bhakti.